I'm joined by Hamilton County Commissioner Christine Altman. Good morning.
Good morning.
New testing procedures put into place yesterday at the Judicial Center. What's the protocol now for entering the building?
We've had to drill down a little bit more on activity within the building. It's just with the elections coming up, it's just really critical that we keep our staff as healthy as possible. So except for extremely limited things that have to be done at the courthouse, we've effectively closed the Judicial Center and the other buildings. There'll be things like marriage licenses. There are some scheduled hearings that the courts must have that requires in-person. But effectively, we've tried to close down as much as possible except for employees. To get into the building, you'll need to go through security. We have one point of entrance now, and that is on the Judicial Center on the 8th Street entrance. And you'll go through security as you always have. A deputy will go through a series of questions or wellness questions. Do you have a fever? Have you been around someone exposed? Those type of questions. You'll go to a hand sanitizer station, use that. And then also go far over to another deputy. We were able to secure a touchless thermometer to scan people coming in to see if they do have a fever.
And this just isn't for a regular citizen. The employees have to go through this procedure every day too.
Everyone, elected officials, we are all using one point of entry, trying to mitigate anyone coming in that might spread the virus to others.
So the governor's stay-at-home order ends Monday. We're expecting to hear something new from him on Friday. How will the county respond to that?
Well, we're anticipating he's going to have updates this Friday. His typical time for the address is 2:30 in the afternoon. So we've got a couple schedules to coordinate, but we are going to try to notice a meeting of the commissioners, an emergency meeting again for Friday after the speech. So we have to decide what we're going to do with our personnel for the next coming weeks. And we've got some really hard decisions coming up on whether we're able to keep people on staff. We've used the past couple weeks to go through and work with department heads and elected officials to go through their ranks, determine who can work at home, equip those people so they can effectively work at home, and then also figure out if we just don't have tasks for people to do at home and they can't come into the building safely, and because there's an issue of physical separation even in our facilities, then find out what the skill sets of those people are to see if other departments have needs to use them. So we've been doing that over the past couple of weeks. Hopefully HR will have a good list of where we are and recommendations on how to move forward.
You made the point that this is actually a pretty busy time of year for county government. Property taxes are coming due. We have an election coming up. So there's been some talk about testing essential employees for COVID-19. Where are you at with that?
We have two options. In fact, it's good because we have a plan A and a plan B. Lily is providing testing. We'll be able to, with employees that are essential critical employees, if they're showing any symptoms or whether we're concerned they have contact with the public or other close proximity, we will be able to send them for testing, and the charges are waived with the Lilly program. We also have an option. There's a business in Carmel that has ramped up to do testing. There is a charge. It's a reasonable charge, but we'll be able to do that as a plan B if the timing's not correct for people to make the trip down to be tested, or if Lilly gets bogged down.
Right. The county owns Riverview Health. A lot of people don't know that, but it has also been pretty instrumental interagency-wise throughout the county to see Riverview working with the municipalities and the county government and they're offering to help a little bit too. Tell us about what they've just offered to do.
You know, you're always proud with your people and your facilities, but we as people living in Hamilton County should be really appreciative of Riverview Health. It is a world-class, literally hospital with full services, and that's hard to find at a county hospital, to be honest with you. Where not everyone's so blessed, but they're very they have good forethought. They have facilities to sanitize their N95 masks, which are the high-grade mask. And as everyone knows, PPE, or protective personal equipment, is very high demand. So they are actually able to sanitize their masks, which is good. They use a hydrogen peroxide system. And there are certain ones they have ordered the correct mask. I asked them, and they looked into it, and they are able to do a partnership with our first responders in the county, which is unique. So they have found 2 days a week where if it's a volunteer fire department or for-profit, we don't care, if they bring in their N95 masks and they're that fit the protocol for us to clean, they will go through and sanitize those. So it's gonna be a big benefit for a lot of the communities, that they won't have to try to find more supply that really isn't out there, and also they'll be able to reuse what they have if it's a foldable flat.
Great. All right. Any other final thoughts, ideas, suggestions for people as we move through the rest of this week?
You know, it's just a continuation of the message that it's you that's going to make the difference. It's going to be our community. It's the sacrifices we make now that will put us in a position to move forward and open up the economy. So to the extent we can continue to cooperate, I would give everyone a bit more grace because these are trying times, and we're not going to get it perfect. Government can't fix it. We are doing our best to provide the services we can. There's some things that we're quite honestly making up on the fly because these are circumstances no one anticipated. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to others by protecting yourself, and give everybody a little bit of leeway here and there, because we're just feeling this through and trying to do the best we can.
Good advice. Hamilton County Commissioner Christine Altman, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Good luck this week.
Stay safe.
You too.